Bradley Cooper with his views on his current film called Silver Linings Playbook being a hit. Sometimes it's worthy to note that he found it to be a surprise that it was a big hit, considering he acts along with Robert De Niro, who we all know, and of course the lady behind the Hunger Games, Jennifer Lawrence. So congratulations to Bradley Cooper. I think he keeps forgetting that he is indeed the sexiest man alive, according to People's Magazine. Now, from one sexy man to another, he not only is he's got a couple of dramedies under his belt, also the musical Phantom of the Opera, and also he was the guy who led the Spartans in 300. Yes, this is Sparta. We're talking about Gerald Butler, and a new side of Gerald Butler seems to be popping out now after his movie Playing for Keeps. Now he's actually very publicly saying that he wants to have kids, and here is the one and only Gerald Butler.
He's the new coach.
Stacy's ex.
You were a great player.
Dreyer with a shot.
So what does he do now?
What do you need him to do?
And now for CSA Sports, I'm George Dreyer.
This is your credit card company. If George Dreyer is no longer at this number, press 1. If George Dreyer is deceased, press 2.
You ever think what it might have been like if I hadn't screwed it all up?
All the time, I wondered. You were the most exciting thing that ever happened to me, George.
Are you sad Mom's getting married?
Yeah, I mean, Matt seems like a nice guy.
I decided I'm not going to call him Dad.
If I had been a kid, he'd have been my best friend if he'd wanted to be friends with me. And we became good buddies during the movie, you know, and I watched him develop, and as an actor, he was just great. So when that's going on, you think, oh, I want to have a kid. I want to have a kid like that. And so he became like my buddy and like my kid.
I'm Denise.
Have we met before?
Not that I remember.
You're a sportscaster on TV.
I was. ESPN are looking to expand that coverage.
How about that job?
Dad, please don't leave.
It's a mixture. You do actually. You know, I mean, sometimes you turn around and you go, oh, okay, wait a minute there. You're sitting talking and you turn around and you go, oh, actually, I'm having a conversation with Uma Thurman, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Dennis Quaid's laughing at the joke I just said, and I'm about to go and do a scene with Jessica Biel, and it hits you. You go, wow, this is, especially because I produced this movie, and when I first signed on, we didn't have anybody. So there is a moment that you go, what if we don't ever get anybody? What if we just offer these roles? And they go, no, we don't want to do that movie. We don't want to do that movie with Jerry Butler.
Hey, Dad, me and Mom are going to the arcade today. You want to come?
I just can't. I got a boy in there. He needs me to start being a father.
So you go there, I'm going on to the football field, and Catherine Zeta-Jones is coming up, she's grabbing me, she's kissing me behind a tree. On my way home, I get a call from Uma Thurman, who's just jumped into my bed. It's that kind of movie, you know, it's the kind of movie you should probably be making every day.
I'm either too early or I'm too late. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be too late again.
That's a couple that can really talk.
I don't think he's the groom.
You reckon you can handle this thing?
Are you serious?
Let's not tell your mom about this.
Well, my humble opinion, I think Gerald Butler is also quite a Renaissance man, playing the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera, the leader of the Spartan warriors in 300. He was the really cute, lovable husband who sadly had to pass away in P.S. I Love You, opposite the Hilary Swank. It's a beautiful movie. You haven't seen it? You should see it, especially this season. See it with your loved ones and have a little cry. And of course, the movie that and the movie he just made was just Playing for Keeps. Gerald Butler. We gotta take a very short break. We got another story to tell you. That's all when we come back on Gmsl. And welcome back, of course, to Good Morning Sri Lanka. And just to remind you, folks, it's the 28th of December. It's almost time for us to flip the calendar, or get a new calendar as we usher in a brand new year. This early, start practicing writing 2013, especially if you're in the business of writing checks. I've been always told that, but sadly, I am not in the business of writing checks. I love getting checks, but not writing them. Anyway, here's our final story for today. And I think the expression "better late than never" proves true for this one. We have in December 11 of this year lost a major musician who has done more for sitar music than anyone on the planet, and he passed away in California. We're talking about, of course, the great sitarist Ravi Shankar, and we got a little feature on what happened when he was laid to rest in California.
About 700 people joined Shankar's wife Sukanya and family at the service held at a self-realization temple in the coastal town about 25 miles north of San Diego.
As I said, definitely much tribute needed to be made and needs to be still made for the memory of the great sitarist Ravi Shankar, and that was after he left us at age 92, December 11, and all deepest respects need to go to Ravi Shankar. Now let's move on to a little bit of the sunnier side of life, and from the man who gave us Strictly Ballroom and also Australia, made Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor sing in Moulin Rouge. Now he is taking on F. Scott Fitzgerald's novel, The Great Gatsby, which stars Leonardo DiCaprio, and totally changing it into a visual fiesta, if I would say that. So here is a very special feature on Baz Luhrmann's take on The Great Gatsby.
I will tell you God's truth. God's truth about myself. I am the son of some very wealthy people. Sadly, they're all dead now. I lived in all the capitals of Europe, collecting jewels, hunting big game, painting a little bit. And came the war, old sport. Every allied government gave me a decoration.
Major J. Gatsby for valor extraordinary.
That's right.
Could it all be true?
From writer, producer, director Baz Luhrmann comes a new big screen adaptation of F. Scott Fitzgerald's novel The Great Gatsby. The filmmaker created his own distinctive visual interpretation of the classic story, bringing the period to life in a film starring Leonardo DiCaprio in the title role. The Great Gatsby follows Fitzgerald-like would-be writer Nick Carraway as he leaves the Midwest and comes to New York City in the spring of 1922, an era of ever-losing morals, glittering jazz, bootleg kings and fast-rising stocks. Seeking his own American dream, Nick lands next door to a mysterious party-giving millionaire, Jay Gatsby, and across the bay from his cousin Daisy and her philandering blue-blooded husband, Tom Buchanan. It is thus that Nick is drawn into the world of the super-rich. As Nick looks on within and without the world he inhabits, he pens a tale of impossible love, dreams and tragedy. Academy Award nominee DiCaprio plays Jay Gatsby, with Tobey Maguire starring as Nick Carraway. Oscar nominee Carey Mulligan and Joel Edgerton as Daisy, and Tom Buchanan, Isla Fisher and Jason Clarke as Myrtle, and George Wilson and newcomer Elizabeth Debicki as Jordan Baker. Indian film legend Amitabh Bachchan will play the role of Mayor Wolfshin.
And don't forget The Great Gatsby, of course, helmed by the great Baz Luhrmann. I love him because of the movie Strictly Ballroom and Moulin Rouge. That movie stars, just in case you missed it, Leonardo DiCaprio, Academy Award nominee. Leonardo DiCaprio plays Gay Gatsby. There's Tobey Maguire, who you probably remember as Spider-Man. And as Nick Carraway, there's Carey Mulligan and also Elizabeth Debicki, and even in the Bollywood sensation Amitabh Bachchan, who played the role of Mayor Wolfshin. Definitely worth checking out in my book, and I hope so in yours. And with that, we need to take we need to pause, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Please enjoy. It is the final weekend of 2012, and it's all party, just like Jay Sean, how he sang about it. Party like it's 2012, and yes, the world didn't come to an end. Bye, guys.